Yes, welcome back, Frank LA Director. Thank you for being here. Let's go. How to engage the press with your film. How to engage the press with your film, right? This is part of a masterclass. I want to jump right into it, right? The press release is a serious tool that needs to be created by professionals. Your press release for your film is a serious tool that needs to be created by professionals, not by you, by professionals, not by your best friend, no, by professionals, right? Find a person or company to write your press release and distribute it. What I mean by that is they write it, the companies that can write it for you and distribute it at the same time, internationally, locally, whatever territory you want, right? Make sure, make sure that they know what they're doing. Look at the track record because there are many cowboys out there. So make sure you find a person that can do it right. It should include a couple of things. Your film poster, right? A short synopsis, pictures of your lead actors, the director, the release date of your film, and the contact information. These are things that need to be in the press release. Why? It's going to go around the world. It's going to go to people and places you never heard about. It might be translated to different languages, right? So make sure it's done correctly. It must have the vital information. It should, again, it should include number one, your film poster. Before you do a press release like this, your film should have been completed already. So you should already have a film poster in social media. So your film poster has to be part of the press release, right? Crop it, but you gotta be on that one page. A short synopsis, meaning a couple of lines, not a whole paragraph, right? Talk about the making of the film, production, where you shot it, the names of actors and actresses that were involved, the producer, stuff like that, right? So talk about that. You want to know about the life of the film. And then the release date and contact information. When I mean release date, I mean city, time, place, city, time, place, and who to contact to release it in their city. If people need to contact you to play it in their city, people need interviews, if people need you to come in for a quick TV, radio show interview, all that information needs to be there. The product manager or the program manager or whoever needs to contact you must have your contact information on that press release. The distribution of your press release can be measured by territorial reach. Your distribution of your press release can be measured by territorial reach. So make sure this is so that you can make sure it's picked up by news agencies and organizations across the globe. So make sure that you use a company that can show you that it's been distributed in all these 50 states, South America, outside of the states, Europe, Canada, California, Asia, Africa. Make sure that your film has hit everywhere in different languages. That's the kind of firm you need to hire to do it. They don't have to be an expensive firm, you just have to be practical and knowledgeable. There are many average press release companies. So do your research. Get a tech savvy team. There are many old school press releases, companies that do old school stuff. That's fine. But have a hybrid. Do one with those guys and do one with some tech guys that are crazy. You need both. You need a hybrid. When the press contacts you, right? Have someone a member of your team respond to them. Don't do it yourself. Never respond to the press. Always have someone that has the language of response. Hire somebody that has their language. Talk to them, right? Don't, when people ask questions like, were you guys kissing for real? Was the sex in real? We heard the section was real. Don't get in trouble and answer those questions. Have your press person contact answer that. So always have your press contact. The person's contact for questions, having a name right there, some young chick or guy that knows what they're doing, put them in there, they'll assist you with that. They can make that happen. Again, how to release your press release for your film, right? It's a very important step. It's a small step, but it's very powerful. Remember, this might be the only time the press gets to hear about you. So introduce yourself as a director. Talk about yourself a little bit. Talk about your production team. See, I can tell you that I've done this, but I haven't. I've hired people to do it. They do it better than I can explain to you. So just find a good one, find the ratings, look at the scores and rate and how well they've done the experience. Pay them to do it. Just stay away from it because they're able to do it very well. Don't start knocking your brain across the field trying to figure out how to do it. Get those that can do it, that do it well. Pay them, let them do it. Don't get into their language. You can never understand it. There's a way they speak. News people carry news in a different kind of way. There's a different art form. So stick to directing and acting. Have the professionals handle it. That's the point I'm trying to make. Your press release is a very serious tool. It needs to be created by professionals, right? Find a person, a company, an app that can do that press release for you and distribute it to the right channels. North America, South America, Japanese language, English language, Europe, Asia, Africa. Have the right people that have that reach. You can tell from the reviews how experienced they are. Pay them $40, $30, $60, whatever it is. Sometimes they might charge you for 6 months. They might charge you for a certain period. So they keep running the news story, making sure you're in magazines and keep throwing your story out there for like a 6 or 3 month period while your film is getting premiered. It's not like a one day thing. Sometimes you got to pay for 4 months and they'll make sure you're hot for those 4 months. When you go to Google and check your name or anywhere, you're everywhere, right? It's just something you have to do. Everybody does it, right? So again, your press release should include your film poster or something close to it. Because remember, during the course of your film, from the time your film begins to be produced, that initial poster might change because now you have footage, you have different things. So I expect that your poster will have a life of its own over time. From the time you announce the film to when your movie is done, the poster will change 4 or 5 times. So make sure that the press release has the final poster of your film so that they don't get confused about where to see it and how to buy for, all that stuff, right? So the distribution of your press release can be measured by territory. You can measure it. You can measure if it's in Atlanta, it does in New York have it, it does in Canada, it's Vancouver, it's Geneva, it does in Paris, so they have it. It's in French, it's in German. You can check all that. Now, when companies tell you they've done this for this company and this is what the results were, that's what you want. Because the press release is supposed to be measurable. You want to be able to measure it, measure the reach, okay? Measure the reach and the territorial reach to make sure that it's being picked up by other news organizations. Remember, when it's done correctly in the right format, they know. CNN knows, ABC knows, right? Crappy places don't too. They all carry it if it's good. If it's not good, the big networks won't touch it. The big magazines won't touch it. If it's good, it might appear in Time magazine, it might appear in Vogue magazine. Just depends on how it's written. If it's fly, you might see it in Cosmopolitan. So it just depends on what kind of pictures you present in there. That's why it's good to take good pictures of your cast members and yourself. So you're dope, you're Gucci'd up. When they see you, they're like, yeah, that's what we need to run in our editorial section. this fits our profile, this fits what we do. But if we look ghetto, and then a guy on Esquire magazine is trying to run your film, they like your movie, but you guys look whack. You're not dressed well. You got to stay flesh. You got to stay fly because you're selling the film. Your press release sells your film. If you guys look retarded and crazy, like lunatics, then who's going to see your film? So every step you take, see, hire a photographer to take your pictures. In the movie business, right? Don't take pictures with your phone. Hire a stylist, hire photographers to take your pictures. You're a star. You're a star. You gotta act that way. I remember my first headshot I did. Um, I went to Hollywood to do it. That's when I heard the word astringent. It's just some water. It just sprayed in my face to reduce the size of the pores on my face. He had to take. See, I paid $300 for this photo shoot. When I was taking the picture, this white boy was shooting my picture. You know what he told me? Say, Frank, I know it seems like a lot, but mark my words. You will use these pictures for 10 years. And guess what I did? I used those pictures for 10 years. This is before Instagram. This is before TikTok. This is before like all this social media. There was no social media. So my pictures were super fly. I came to his apartment, gave me some water. I drank some water. He gave me some, sprayed some astringents to my face to reduce, bring my African face not look too strong, right? Like you reduce the cells in my face to make it easier on the camera, you know. Because I had a stone face back then. I still have a stone face now, but no more, you know. At least you know there's some bread in there, right? So basically, then I was still dry. I was tough, right? And so he helped me, and I had a nice suit. I had a black suit, beautiful. Like I was still skinny, you know. Now I'm big. Back then I was skinny and tight, you know. So he took my pictures and said to me, "Listen, man, these pictures will last 10 years." I was like, "Hell no." He said, "Yeah, I know you're paying a lot of money, but just swallow the pill. Trust me. I'm telling you a fact. I take pictures of celebrities. I'm in Hollywood. I'm rich. I don't need money. I'm just taking you. See, I don't know how you found me. I have no idea how you found me, but somehow you found me and you're in my apartment. This guy I'm talking about living in Santa Monica, some rich place. He had a swimming pool, you know. So, you know, these white boys, they got paper. So when I booked him, I came from the hood to go to his apartment, sat down, had some nice looks, you know. And brother hooked me up real good. Packaging is everything. So when you're doing press pictures, hire a good photographer, not this little Instagram boys. Find some real stylists. These stylists might be a little gay, but hey, that's what it is. They're fly as hell. Hire them to put shit on your back, dope shit, so that when you appear, they're like, yeah, that's super fly right there. You need that extra. See, let me tell you something. I don't need to wear sunglasses for this video, but there are at least 6 pairs of glasses on my table right now. I can show you. I don't need to lie to you. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is crazy, right? There's some others in pack over there, right? What I'm trying to say is, it's packaging, bro. It's packaging. You gotta make sure that your stuff stays fly. It stays fly because your image you're projected. See, the reason that people wear sunglasses on the daytime, on the red carpet, or wherever they are, is because they're being flashed all the time. Celebrities don't want to be flashed all the time. That's why I'm wearing glasses. It's just part of what the industry does. So I'm staying in line with that. You understand me? It's not just for swag. I mean, it's not for swag, right? It's just that this is what happens, right? This is the flavor, right? So basically, you got to understand that you're always a brand, you're always selling, you're always trying to project an image that sells. It's a projection. You're selling something. You're a product, you're a brand, right? So you always got to be aware of that. You got to be aware of that. I felt that not everyone is going to be a star. If you're the star, then you got to come that way. You got to come like that. So when the press contacts you, again, like I said, have someone that's designated to speak their language, to answer those questions, to deal with the controversies. You need controversies, but you don't need to answer them. You see, every time they keep tripping with Tyler Perry, they're always saying Tyler Perry is gay, he's this, he's that, sleeping on a monkey, he's down the end or something with Oprah. Listen, bro, the boy is always in the news. They're always attacking him. Someone's always suing him, sucking some of the balls here and there. I don't know. And I like Tyler. I like his films. I like his business deals. I can't say anything about him being gay or not. I'm not interested. I'm super straight. So it's hard enough being straight. I don't need that extra drama, right? So, may God bless him. The point is, image is important, right? When they're talking about you, it's good for business. We're talking about Tyler. We're speculating on him. It's good for business. It's good. It makes people keep your lips, keep your mouth on their lips, right? Like Baby said, you know, you know, keep my mouth out, put my name out of your mouth. You see that? This kind of Breakfast Club, right? So again, you got to make the press talk about you. You got to make the press talk about your film. That's part of the press release. That's part of that thing. That's part of the vibe. That's part of the press release. You gotta be in that. There has to be something to talk about your film. So there has to be something you give the press. There's something you gotta squeeze into that press release that makes people go, "Wow, that thing is needed." That little spice. Hey man, they said when that guy shot that film, his lead actress wasn't wearing any underwear. That's a rumor. Is that true? Did it really happen? All that little crap, that little dirt is good. It's good for business. They said again, and what's this name? Monsters Ball. They said when Billy Bob Thornton grabbed Halle Berry, he actually penetrated. That's what they said. That was the rumor, right? They said that he smashed, he hit that coochie, right? Now, nobody knows if it's true, but the point is that it leaked out, and people said the sex scene just looked. That was enough to sell the movie. The movie was explosive. It made so much money. It hit like the ball out of the park. Why? They had a little twist in there, a little twist in there. So sometimes your film needs that, and your press release is where you do stuff like that. You tell those little lies that are explosive. And sometimes it's not. I'm not saying listen. Whatever sells your movie is what you got to put in there. Put a little sauce in there. Stir it a little bit, like stir it. Have it taste like creme brulee, right? Do that. Give your film your press release is a chance to give your film all the fuel it needs to get out there, right? And be improper. Be a little bit edgy. If you're nice and cute and everything, nah, it's not gonna hit. Your press release needs to have some stink to it. Just a little stink to it. A little stink to it. Old school brothers know what I'm talking about. It needs to have a little stink to it. For it to be really good, it needs to have a little stink to it. Just a touch. Not too much, just a little bit. Right? Okay, I'm out. Thank you so much for watching. It's good spending time with you, teaching you this stuff. Hope you guys can connect. Stay subscribed. Stay connected, and I'll catch you in the next one. Frank, director LA, I'm out.